Oh, peace everyone, it's Black Eyed Priestess. I thought I would do a quick witch's brew for you all. Let me take this off real quick. Alrighty. Yeah, I thought it's Sunday. I thought I would go live. I'm just gonna make a black tea. I'm gonna use some breakfast tea and organic breakfast tea. Black breakfast tea goes really good with milk. So it's kind of like almost like an Indian style, maybe North African style, even Middle Eastern a little bit, way of drinking tea. I don't know if they do it too much in England with putting milk in the tea. But I have some butter pecan ice cream here, some nutmeg. I have some Ricola Glacier mints that I'm actually going to go ahead and pop in right now, along with some eucalyptus and just some suckers from Chase just to sweeten it up because I'm running low on honey. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw these mints in there. I'll let the black tea bag steep last. Put the candies in first. I like to, when I put these in, I just cut the paper part off and just throw that in, and it'll melt until it melts down to the paper, and you can just strain that out of the brew. And I'm gonna throw 3 of these in here. Don't need it to be super sweet, to be honest, because the ice cream is gonna make the tea fairly sweet already. So I guess just because I already have this here. Or one last one in there. So the water will be pretty colorful. So yeah, I just thought I would go live. I hope everyone's enjoying your new year so far. I am making some resolutions. One of my main resolutions is to consciously buy black. Add a little more water there since the water is evaporating nicely. So a couple black-owned products that I like is Sol Oshun's deodorant. And I'm probably going to upload this on YouTube, but I can put links in the description box on YouTube for Sol Oshun. They make all natural deodorant. It's really great. It smells great. It lasts long. Excellent formula they have. And of course, representing Oshun, the African Orisha of love, sex, and beauty. Well, I should say love, sensuality, beauty, joy, fun, and good character, most importantly. Let's see. Another black-owned product is Chantell Benjamin's Sweet Skin of Mine. I have some of her bath salts now. She also makes some body butter products as well, but excellent bath salts, excellent for your skin, excellent for bathing rituals. Very much infused with, I would say, some of the ashe of Oshun, but very much for duafe, which is a Yoruban term for feminine hygiene, and the good character that feminine hygiene radiates. So those are some ladies, some that I would promote for black-owned. Another black-owned business, which unfortunately I haven't had a chance to actually try and taste, but he has more than enough recommendations. Check out Kevin Foots, but his business is 312 Tip, which is a sauces that he makes, barbecue sauces, natural, all natural. I think they're vegan, gluten-free as well. All natural sauces, Chicago-style sauces. So that's another brother that I would promote. So again, my New Year's resolution is to consciously buy black because I need black people to support my products and services. Not just black people either, but something that I notice and that I've experienced, especially in Chicago, city of haters, capital of black people hating on each other. We've earned that reputation. But something I've noticed is the slightiness that can happen, the slightiness that sisters have toward each other. Black people, we need to get out of that Jim Crow slavery headspace, get out of that tokenism, get out of that looking down on each other, get out of that fear of supporting each other because we think it's a form of competition. We are all we have right now. And I see a lot of Black people, even revolutionaries at that, have gotten off track into supporting each other as Black people, particularly Black men. Black men are the number one perpetrators. Black men, you get a little bit of money and you marry white women and you become null and void, while Black women are doing a lot of things on our own because we don't have support from Black men, because some Black women are single mothers, which again, speaks to the lack of manhood. Black men are still going around making babies that they don't have the manhood to take care of, even if they have the money to. Brown men as well. Brown, I don't just mean Mexican men, I'm saying, but brown men who come from either that Latin or South American, even Caribbean, culture, but are still implementing that Spanish form of machoism, where you make a baby and you got a woman pregnant, and everything was all good until the baby came. Now as a man, you want to run around and do whatever you want to do. You're telling women like me, who you're trying to date on the side, and explain why you're not married to the mother. You're telling me bad stories about the baby mama, and she did this and this and this and that, when at the end of the day, a grown woman, all we're hearing is irresponsible man. All we're hearing is a man who does not have respect for his role as a father, a man who does not take being the protector of the household seriously. A lot of you men, a lot of you Black and brown men who have children are trying to sleep with women like me. And I don't basically discriminate based on age, but I will say this. I'm speaking to the younger men who have newborn babies, who have young children, not the men who are pushing 50 and some of your children are grown. You know what I'm saying? Again, hopefully you're not old enough to be my father. Hopefully your children aren't my age. Of course, my father was a lot older than my mother. But my point is, there are a lot of Black women doing things, doing business, finding ways to support ourselves because we don't have men. You Black women who have Black husbands and who have all of these Johns who you sleep with, giving you money and everything, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to Black women who have a man or several men doing shit for them. I'm talking to the Black women who have a good-for-nothing husband. I'm talking to the Black women who have no man but a baby or 2 or 3. I'm talking to the Black women who are sexy, who are beautiful and intelligent, and no Black man will date you because they're too busy thinking that white women who have less to offer are more valuable because they listen to hip-hop and they watch these athletes and these movie stars who only date white women and they want to be like them. Again, I'm not talking to you Black women who love Black men because you've had all of these wonderful experiences with Black men. I'm talking to the real sisters. The real ones who understand what it's really, really like out here. If you get offended, I don't give a fuck, because a lot of people who are offended at what women who have no men have to do to survive are women who are going home to men, to husbands, to family, to people who are doing things for you. But women who have to do everything ourselves, who have nobody helping you except for these dudes out here who want to sleep with you because they couldn't make it work with their baby mama. Because they want to run around and have fun, because they got a woman somewhere who's pregnant, who is not with him, probably because he's not a good guy. I see you guys who have kids running around hanging out with these other Black and brown men. I'm talking to y'all, not white. I'm talking to Black and brown men who are baby daddies, not married. You have kids. You running around with your other boys who got kids and aren't married. Yeah, you guys work and everything, but you're not working to take care of your household. You know what I'm saying? You think because you have a job that makes you a good father. You think because you have money to pay for diapers that makes you a good father. And that's why I'm talking to you younger little boys out here who get a woman pregnant and have no concept of what that does to a woman, especially a younger woman who's probably not mature enough to be a mother yet. But you didn't marry her. You probably didn't date her properly. You probably weren't raised right to know how to treat a woman. Now there's a baby involved and her hormones are forcing her to grow up and take care of the baby, most likely. And you as a man aren't ready to deal with the feminine experience, the female hormones, to deal with that aspect of having a woman. So the arguments start, the court cases start, and you guys are trying to come at women like me who are older, more mature, single, don't have baggage, have freedom to do things, have goals, and don't have kids. Because you didn't think about those things before you got some easy girl pregnant. And that's what most of you all do. Peace, Pedalize, peace, Jazz. That's what most of you black and brown men do. You go with these easy girls who have no self-worth, no concept of womanhood, no sense of self-worth, who are dating you. You're not planning for the future. Here comes a baby. And now you come to single women like me with these sob stories and these stories as to why you're not married to the woman. And at the end of the day, I don't want to date. If you have a child, you really don't have time or money to date me. So what again, the original point of me talking about this subject, talking about how black and brown men constantly are having babies, yet want to date women who don't. Why are you not married? Why is it okay to have a baby before getting married? Why is it okay to get pregnant, to get someone pregnant? You know? I guess that's like the thing I'm not saying that it's not hard, it's not difficult. But you men are making choices about the type of women you're with, the type of women you're dating. You're making choices to go around and have sex. And then you have a baby and you want to act single. So does the woman. But you're the man, so you can go out and do whatever you want, where her whole body and hormones are now for the baby. You all don't understand the concept of postpartum depression, which is the number one reason relationships in America don't work and people don't stay together after having a newborn. You're too young. A lot of you are too young. A lot of you are too immature. You're not married already. You're not thinking about the future. You're not thinking beyond that sex. You don't give a fuck about your children because you're not planning a future for them. You didn't plan a future for your children by deciding who you were going to have sex with, because having sex ends in pregnancy more often than not if you don't take lengths to prevent it. I guess I'm sick of men with kids coming at me. You know, figure that out. Black and brown men always have kids. Yet you all are the ones dating. You all want to date around when you have kids. And you think that, you know, you must be used to these women willing to be a side chick, willing to sign up to be a side chick just to get some dick, just to say they can call up someone, just to compete with another woman, because you sitting here telling her this and this and that, all these negative things, and the average woman ain't shit either. So she will take whatever she could get. She'll take whatever compliment, whatever ego boost, whatever little clout she could get. And most of the times that comes in the form of dealing with another woman's man. Ladies, get your head out of your ass. Stop dealing with these other women's men. Stop making it easy for men to do whatever they want and making it harder on women to get what they deserve. You know, that's that real level of sisterhood that I don't really see as often as I would like in the Black and brown communities. You know, a lot of you men, you want to date a woman, you want to sleep with a woman, you want to manipulate her into being fitting into your life conveniently in whatever little peg that you can fit her in, because you really don't have enough space for a real woman. But what you're not doing is you're not supporting these women's businesses. You're not supporting Black-owned businesses. You're not supporting the women who are doing work. You constantly complaining about women. You're constantly complaining about women, but you don't date and you don't deal with women who have something to offer, who are already in their independent zone. Because you don't come with something to offer. You come with these manipulatory, dramatic stories and backstories. You come with manipulation until a woman opens up to you, because that's your end goal. That's the main end goal for most men. They want to sleep with you. You just want to have sex. You have a baby. Now you're looking for the next woman who will have sex with you. You know, a lot of these men out here is competing with their own women. They're trying to collect women and trying to find another woman that they could parade around or compete with their woman who may found a better man who's more masculine, willing to help out, willing to do all the things that you men won't do. Because all you all know how to do is play video games. And go to work and flirt with all the white girls at work, or the two Black girls that these corporate jobs allow in the workplace. You know what I'm saying? Because you know corporate America segregates Black men and women. Okay. You know, we still live in a Jim Crow era in America where there is still active segregation of Black men and Black women. You know, Black families. What exactly is the role of masculine and feminine? Because I'm low-key lost with it all. Well, you know, Jazz, because I know you and because you have respectfully followed me as Black High Priestess and have shown me that you are willing to learn, we can get together and talk about that in terms of, I can give you a personal reading in person because we need to catch up. But for the sake of the upload, the role, what is the role of masculine and feminine? I'm gonna turn the heat down a little bit. Let's start with biology. Let's start with the biological role. The masculine phallus, the masculine sex organs, the phallus projects, it erects and projects. Okay, the scrotum holds the sperm. Remember something about a man. Sperm are alive inside the man. The egg is not alive inside the woman. So men carry life in their womb. Women carry death, so to speak. Okay? So you have a man, the man with the phallus that becomes erect, okay, that raises up when he wants to be with a woman, when he's attracted to a woman and aroused by a woman. So if a man if he becomes erect, if he raises up when he is aroused, what is the role of a man based on his sex organs? 1, to hold life, to carry that life in his scrotum, to take responsibility for being erect when he desires to give life to a woman by ejaculating in her. Okay. If a man needs to become erect before ejaculation, that means a man needs to protect and provide for that woman before he gives her the responsibility of protecting and providing for his seed. Do you understand now? This is why I talk about the formula of black men and white women, because it is a black man's role to protect and provide for the black woman before she nurtures him. And black men want to be nurtured by black women while they protect and provide for white supremacy by protecting and providing for white women, light women. Black men actively marry outside the race when they have wealth. How can the black woman be protected and provided for when all of the wealth in the black community is going to the white woman? Black women, we get the leftovers. We get the impoverished men who have nothing to offer but baby mama drama. White women get the black men who are wealthy because they get to pick from the black men who were bred for high class labor. High class labor is mass media propaganda, the sports and entertainment industry. Not to mention the drug industry. Things that are globalized, that are run by elites, that breeding black men for the purpose of labor. White women get the choice of these black men as sex slaves. These black men are arranged, married with these white women. If all the wealthiest black men are arranged marriage to white women, they are owned. They're already owned. Wealth is not something that you can necessarily achieve as a black person in America. You are selected or you're born into it. Yes, black people are born into wealth, but they're still owned by the masters who bred them. Okay, so let's go back to your question, Jazz or Jay, not Babe. What is the role of masculine and feminine? Let's look at the feminine sex organs. The feminine sex organ, the womb is covered up. And we're talking about when you see a man and a woman naked. When you see a man naked again, you see his sex organs. You see the phallus and you see the scrotum. When you look at a woman's sex organs, you only see the shape of her womb, which is in the V, and the labia, which are the lips. So what you see is the woman's face. Her vagina is representative of that throat. Okay, the mouth. It's called the lips because the vagina is the birth canal, just like the throat. Singing. Some other mysteries I'll get into is a woman's voice. A man is attracted to a woman's voice. That's why a woman who can singing is a form of seduction that belongs to enchantresses and seductresses, mermaids and sirens, because a woman's voice is directly related to her sex, having sex with her. A woman's voice is related to her vagina. How a woman sounds, how her voice makes you feel is exactly how having sex with her is going to make you feel. A man is attracted to a woman's voice, a woman's lips. So a vagina is nothing but a face. Okay, it's almost a facade. You cannot see the clitoris of a woman unless it's extremely enlarged. And you cannot see the actual hole, the actual vagina, the opening, or the cervix. All you can see is the lips. So what is a woman's role? A woman's role is to be humble, to keep herself covered up. A woman's role is to keep her secrets, to keep her sexuality mysterious. That's the woman's role. A woman's role is to be humble, to be covered. A woman's role is to be silent, but to speak life, to to create pleasure for a man. That's the woman's role. To create pleasure for a man. To be humble and to be silent, meaning to humble those parts of you that are like the man, the clitoris. And to allow that to be opened up when a man proves his worth. So a woman can be sexually aroused, but you cannot tell as long as her legs are closed. A woman has to open her legs to expose herself. So a woman's role is to keep herself safe, to keep that egg, the eggs that she has, to keep her womb safe, to keep it a temple, and to open up to the person who gets you to open up. How does a man get a woman to open up? You protect for her and you provide for her. You make her feel feminine. You make a woman feel feminine. She can relax. She does not have to close up and feel like she has to protect herself. A woman will open up when a man is doing the protecting. She will open up. She will blossom like a flower. That is a woman's job. To show your beauty to those who are worthy. To show your beauty to those who have protected it and provided for it already. A woman's role is to close yourself under the moonlight and to blossom under the sunlight. Okay? So, Jazz, I hope you're watching. I hope you're listening. I'm going to turn the eye back up. And I didn't put eucalyptus in here. So I'm just going to throw a little bit of eucalyptus in for a little extra mint. And eucalyptus, again, is for protection and healing. So throw a little bit of that in there. Cover that up. And then I put some nutmeg in. I'll put some vanilla in my chalice and get my chalice ready. So there's a lot of women who are taking on the responsibility of teaching sacred sexuality when they themselves have never practiced it. And that's where a lot of the confusion is coming from, Jasmine. A lot of the confusion is coming from women taking on roles who have never practiced and never learned what real sacred womanhood is, what real witchcraft is, which I know a lot of that's going on in Chicago. I know there's a lot of, and I won't say a lot. I know there are select women who have met me and encountered me and try to imitate some of the things that I talk about without actually learning about it first from me. So they have, in efforts to imitate me, have led other women astray because they didn't actually know what they were doing. But the majority of women are lost because of Babylonian pagan Jezebel spirits taking over the teachings and doctrines of sacred femininity. A lot of women are trying to get into these ancient spiritual practices when they don't have that sacredness. They don't have that form of femininity, nor are they appointed to it. It's not their bloodline trait or their right. They are doing it because they chose to do it. They were not chosen to do it by nature or the ancestors. That's where a lot of confusion is coming from. Women are not guiding other younger women into success. They're being crabs in the bucket and guiding other women into what they know. If you don't know Oshun, you cannot teach this mysteries of sacred femininity. If you don't know Yemaya, if you have never worked with her, you're not going to be able to teach the secrets and the mysteries of Duafe, of your reflection, of psychology, of nurturing, or the mysteries behind single motherhood. A lot of women are in circumstances where you don't understand the African spiritual mysteries and principles of it, yet you want to take on a responsibility of teaching these things because you heard one thing there or because a model made it look good. We have to stop that. We have to stop as Black people imitating each other without learning from each other first. And this is what my whole point of this upload is. Supporting Black-owned businesses. Be supported as a Black person first before you get up there and constantly complain about not getting support for your products. How many Black-owned businesses did you support? Because I see a lot of that going on. I've done it myself. But what I realize is when you are too busy being in your space, being a revolutionary, being supportive, you don't worry about the few people who have shown you fear and envy and racism and sexism. You focus on your clients. So something that I'm urging Black people to do, focus on supporting each other. Don't constantly worry about the support you're getting. We have to support each other because there are people you're complaining, but you're not supporting each other. You complain that people aren't supporting you we all go through that, especially as Black women. We all go through that when we're entrepreneurs, women who rule the marketplace, which deals with Oya. But if you yourself are not supporting other Black women who have products and services, things to offer, if you're not supporting the Black community, if you're not doing your part in helping each other, then you are the problem that you're complaining about. Black men, Black and brown men, you're complaining about your baby mothers so much. And you're constantly trying to sleep around and date around other women and find the next best thing. You are the problem you are complaining about. This is something I have to talk more and more about, gender roles. The role of the man is to make a woman feel safe enough to open her legs to you. And that does not come before protecting and providing. If a woman is opening up her legs to you before you have made her feel safe, she was not raised right. She doesn't know her worth, and you are taking advantage of her. Because a lot of you men know better, but you take advantage of a woman who wasn't raised right, who does not know her worth, who doesn't understand she's behaving in a masculine circumstance when she's asking a man on a date, pursuing a man, even openly flirting with a man and manipulating him. That is masculine. That is a masculine trait that women are doing. And it's nothing wrong with giving a man rhythm, letting him know you're attracted to him. But what a woman needs to learn how to do is to stop picking and choosing what guy you want and going up and flirting and competing with other women and trying to get his attention on you. That's not feminine at all. One, that's what a hoe does. Two, that's not feminine. A woman waits to see what man is going to protect and provide for her. You wait and see what man chooses you. Women are doing the choosing too much. When in old times, neither the man or the woman chose. The parents chose who you were going to marry. So that is why I say the majority of Black men who have wealth, they have their slave master who allowed them to have that wealth has already chosen a white woman for them. Most of these Black men who have wealth don't actually own that wealth. That's why they're married to white women. If they owned the wealth, they would be able to choose their wife. They had no choice over their wife. Very few of them did. They already joined a brotherhood that let them know you cannot deal with Black women because you are part of an agenda to dismantle the Black family. And which means any of your wealth has to go to white supremacy, which starts with marriage, because marriage is a business arrangement. Women, you are choosing your men too much, and you're not letting men choose you. When a man chooses you, he's going to step up to the plate. He's going to do what is needed. He's going to ask you what you need. He's going to ask you what he needs to do, and you make him do that. He needs a challenge. A lot of women don't understand what a real man is. That a man needs a challenge because you were raised in a society that made you think that real men sleep with each other. That real men have bromances and treat you like shit. That real men would rather watch TV instead of watching striptease, and that they want to shove you, these jokes and these commercials and these nuances and these all this stuff that makes it funny and comical for a man to be like Homer Simpson while the woman is like Marge. It's not okay. A real man is going to pursue a woman that he finds attractive, because a real man understands the woman is the weaker vessel. The woman is the vulnerable one. A woman can fall in love with any man if he protects and provides for her. A woman, you don't understand your hormones as a woman. You think just because you see a guy who's sexy that you like him and that this and that. No, women, because at the end of the day, there's a reason why women go after married men. He may not even be the most attractive, sexy guy, but you want him because he's married. Why? What is your female instinct? What's happening in your hormones as a woman that makes a woman attracted to a married man? You know he's married because he's a good man. And deep down, a woman does not go after a man because of how attractive he is. A woman goes after a man, is attracted to a man, wants to be with a man because he has the ability to protect and provide for her. That is the only reason a woman is attracted by a man. Yes, there are men who are sexier than other men. But if that sexy man beats you as a woman, your attraction to him will drop. It will be eliminated. If that man cheats on you, your attraction to him will be eliminated. I don't care how sexy a man is. If he makes you feel unsafe, if he hurts you, you will not be attracted to him. And I don't care how ugly a man is. If that man makes you feel safe, protects you, saves your life, provides for your children, does things for you that you need as a woman, you will be encouraged to sleep with him. Because as a woman, you are designed to open your legs to a man who has earned it, not the most attractive. A lot of you women don't understand your own hormones. You don't understand your own hormones. You don't understand why you sleep around with your best friend's men, why you sleep around with your girlfriend's husbands, why you go after these men and allow these married men to come after you, sometimes in front of their wives. A lot of you women don't understand your hormones, and a lot of you women don't understand male hormones, and men don't understand their own hormones or the hormones of women. Women, you don't understand some things about a man, and some things you have to go through. I had my father to teach me things about a man. I had my mother to teach me how men are, how men just want sex, how they'll tell you anything when all they really want is sex. But you got to realize, ladies, a lot of men, they don't understand that they're lying and manipulating to get sex. They are not aware of how their hormones are working either. Just like women manipulate and lie with weave and fake boobs and reconstructive surgery and cosmetics that tries to create new features instead of simply enhancing the ones that you have. These are forms of manipulation that women use to get men. Men, you use manipulation. You blatantly lie. You blatantly tell stories. You blatantly do things to try and impress a woman. See, a man, you're too busy trying to impress women. It's good to be impressive, but we are, black women especially, are in a situation we don't have protection and provision. And you all are too busy trying to plume. When I say plume, I'm talking about the fact that male birds will plume. They'll use their plumage. They'll puff out their feathers to make themselves look bigger and to show, because the male in the birds kingdom, the male birds are the colorful ones.